Hey, this is Kelly from the Dolly Rocks.
This is Joe Queer from the Infamous Queers.
Hey, Sleepy P. Martini.
Hey, this is Indica Flower.
And you are listening to
Our Brains Hurt.
Our Brains Hurt.
Our Brains Hurt.
Losers.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, all right, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Our Brains Hurt. It is October 2023. This year has flown by. It's pretty crazy. This podcast is sponsored by PunkBox. If you're looking for an awesome gift idea, the holidays are right around the corner. Don't wait till November or December. Then you're getting gifts that aren't coming in time and you're sending out IOUs under the Christmas tree instead of presents. Go to punkboxrocks.com right now. Sign up for the monthly subscription service. Also, look, if you're a band and you don't have a label, or if you're a label and you don't have a distributor, contact PunkBox. You could donate your music to them and they will get it out there. They will send it out in their monthly boxes and people will hear your music. It's way better than just sitting on your shelves collecting dust. So check out punkboxrocks.com. That's punkboxrocks.com. See what they're all about. Sign up. They're awesome people. Do it. This episode is also brought to you by Merch Slut. If you're looking for an awesome gift idea and you don't want to go the subscription route, head over to merchslut.com. She has awesome t-shirts that she gets right from the band or the label. These are not cheap knockoffs. She also has an awesome array of other cool gift ideas on her website. All sorts of cool shit. Pop Funko dolls, notebooks, personalized cards, all sorts of cool shit. Merchslut.com. If you want to help out the podcast, go to ourbrainshurt.com. There's a place you can sign up for a $5 a month donation. Helps us, pay the bills, keep giving you awesome content. If you want, if not, fuck it. Don't do it. And you'll still be able to listen. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Anyway, that's the biz. Now, let's get to the show. Tonight, we're talking to Jen Feldy, actress, comedian, health counselor, personal trainer, all sorts of cool shit she does. And she's connected with TJ Kiss.
Yeah, who's been on the show a few times.
Yeah, I think he's been on like 3 times. So
3 times, yeah, I believe.
Yeah,
that's correct.
She's been in a couple of his things.
Yep.
Yeah, including Renters.
Yeah, which is a cool little indie flick that you can find on Troma's app.
Yes.
Want to watch it?
Which is really cool.
Speaking of Troma, there's a new Toxic Avenger coming out.
Oh, really?
Teaser trailer the other day. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks great. And of course, Kevin Bacon's making an appearance in it.
Oh, really?
He's in everything. He's still
awesome.
In everything.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I see. Oh, you're drinking a pumpkin beer. I see.
Oh, yeah. Pumpkin. Keeping it.
Yeah, keeping it real.
Keeping it real. I got my beers for next week, too.
I have one. And I had gotten some Return to Planet Pumpkin, but I drank those because I've had those both the last 2 years on the podcast.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to make a run to Total Wine right before.
Nice. Total Wine's the shit.
And grab something else. Yeah, I won't say it on here, but I sent a picture to our group chat with Chad and Billy of the one that I have so far, which it was a 4-pack, and I will say I sampled it, and
yeah,
it's one of my more favorites that I've had.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So
I can't wait for next week. Man.
Tune in to that episode to find out what it is.
Yes. Sunday, October, a number.
Let me look at this game. Sunday, October number. Sunday, October 15th.
Nice.
Will be our annual pumpkin beer episode.
Hell yeah.
So you don't want to, I think, wait, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Sunday, October 15th. You don't want to miss it.
No, that's when so we all get silly drunk off of great beer. I mean, that's what we do every podcast, basically. But all right, Jen is in the room. How's it going? How have you been lately?
I'm good. I was listening to your Guar episode
Oh, okay.
just before. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really interesting because I love
Cool.
the theatrics mixed with music. It's kind of like wrestling, and like I respect wrestling because, which is a very weird thing to say. I respect wrestling, but it's like stand up and music and
Totally.
athletics all at the same time. So, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, Guar is amazing. They're everybody should see Guar live at least once.
Yeah.
And you're from you're in New York, right?
Right now, I'm in New York. I spent my 20s in DC, Maryland, and Virginia,
Oh no shit.
partying and teaching fitness, raising money for orphans. Yeah.
Nice.
That's actually where we're at DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Right. McLean. Who's in McLean? Your guest when Guar was in McLean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sleazy P. Martini was in McLean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom grew up there. My mom grew up Langley. You guys know Langley High School,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Nice area. It's nice.
Yeah, a lot of it's even nicer now, probably. Very
Yeah.
expensive in that area.
All right, so I'll tell you something fun about the CIA area. So my mom grew up there, and her dad was very high up in the World Bank. He basically allocated what monies go to South America back in the 70s and 80s. And well, I'm not going to get into the specifics of what he found out, but maybe you guys know what's going on and can be logical. His computers were stolen out of his house after he died. I only found this out a few years ago. Isn't that cool? I mean, it's crazy. It's like a cool fact. He obviously knew something. If you get your computer stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing tends to happen when, you know things and have information that people want.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're friends of conspiracies here. Yeah.
All right, I got him for you.
And one of the things I've been following you on social media for a little while now. Like I think even before I knew you were associated with TJ.
Really?
We've had
Take
TJ.
that, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We've had him on here 3 times, and your connection with Ron was totally unrelated to us knowing TJ.
Yeah, let's hear it. Talk about me. Tell me about me. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I don't know when I first saw. I think it was Instagram. I don't know how I came across, but I like when people who are, especially when they're in like the kind of entertainment field, whether it's music or acting or stand-up comedians who aren't obsessed with like the woke narrative or the woke.
I mean, I'm a little obsessed, but I'm obsessed with the fact that things don't make sense. And that was the last sketch I did, making fun of Survivor. It was actually very well done. I didn't write it so I can, say how great it is, because it's not like making, it sort of, but it was making fun of woke Survivor. It's very funny. I didn't change a single word in the script. I love what these guys wrote. Great.
That's awesome.
They're really, really funny guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Grizzly Bear. Oh, fuck. Oh, am I allowed to say curses?
Oh yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
You say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my radio knee-jerk reaction you just witnessed.
Yeah.
Because you can't say it on the radio. I'll get like a look. It's a whole ordeal if I say shit, fuck, cunts. Oh my god, you
Not here.
Yeah, not
humbling.
Here. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the woke culture. Do you think it's gonna end?
Do I think it's gonna end? Is that what you said?
Yeah. When's it gonna end?
I don't know. That's a good question. How do you navigate that as an entertainer?
How do I navigate it? Yeah, you got to decide what you're okay with people hating you for. And I think be very confident in your morals. And I'm very confident in my beliefs as a person at almost 40. I just turned 39. But a lot of my conversations, my birthday with my parents were talking about doing the right thing and integrity. I mean, so many conversations. So, I trust my gut, luckily. So that leads me, so I don't have to call my mom like a comedian. I worked with several years ago who would call his mom to prove every joke that we would do for a sketch, and he's older than me. And I'm like, this is taking forever because we have to call your mom every time, either on the intercom in your house to come down. So there's no mom I check in with. It's right here. And I think you gotta really I wouldn't say be well read, but be aware generally what's going on, at least on an average level, be confident in your own beliefs and well intentioned and open to being wrong, and then also open to being wrong and okay with certain types of people hating me. If you wear loose, frilly, flowery dresses, I don't know what the deal is, but these are the only women that have had problems with me. So I know that demographic might not like me when I see a loose, flowery dress. So, right, how do you guys navigate it?
I'm glad I didn't wear mine tonight.
But I'm not a loose flowery dress kind of guy either.
No, you're not. No.
It's tough to
No,
navigate.
you guys don't fall into my hater category. No,
Awesome.
not yet.
Yeah, I mean, because we're both in punk rock bands, and it's been a really weird 3 years, because punk rock is traditionally anti-government, anti the man, whoever the man is. But it's like, it seems like the past 3 years, a lot of prominent bands and people in the punk scene have become kind of shills for big pharma and the government.
Can you name some, or that's probably a bad idea? But I want to know. Maybe privately.
Privately, I can, because we.
Yeah. It's not wise. As your PR, I tell you not to do it.
And you say shills with quotation marks too, because I don't think it's not like some of these bands are being paid to do this kind of thing. They've just done it on their own. I mean, I guess some of them could have been paid, but
I think some comedians are.
Yeah, and there's definitely some people in this world who are being paid to say things. That's 100% true. In the punk rock world, I don't think that part. I don't think that there's people specifically being shills and getting paid to say things.
Right.
I think it's just a skewed mentality of oh, this is my team, so I have to back shit. Even though in some instances, I think some of them know that's not exactly
punk rock.
Yeah, the most punk rock thing, but they're doing it anyways, and it's like kind of sad. The Dead Kennedys.
Okay.
The Dead Kennedys was one of the most anti-establishment, in your face, fuck you punk rock bands that there was. And now the guy who fronted that band for years and years and years and years, Jello Biafra, is the number one screaming voice in the punk rock industry for listen to the left-wing government. You have to do everything they say. They're the ones that are telling you the truth. And this is coming from somebody who has no political preference whatsoever. It's just weird to hear a punk rocker be like, listen to the government. They're telling you the truth.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, after decades of being fuck the government,
I got two hypotheses. One, people like to be accepted, hence the mob mentality, hence the tribal thing, which I'm an only child, so I naturally, I'm only in that so much. But two, here's your conspiracy theory. It's totally true. It's got to be true. RFK, I believe RFK's wife died, killed herself, possibly, I'm not sure, hung herself, and he cheated on her a lot. So the Dead Kennedys is the group. So perhaps they're coming back on the vengeance of RFK's wife's death, and they're saying you got to go woke or go broke, and they're going against the RFK, who I guess feels a little more right leaning, at least on the vaccine issue. So there's my very serious theory on why the Dead Kennedys went woke.
Well, we should specify too. He fronted the Dead Kennedys for a long time. He no longer does. The Dead Kennedys do still exist without him. So really should probably currently separate the band from Jello Biafra.
Yeah.
All right. So no skiing accident in Kennedy's involved, perhaps.
but
Yeah.
you know, Jello for singularly. Yeah, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to have watched the political spectrum turn 180 on both sides. Like Ron and I talked about this recently again. It was like all the way up till probably 5-6 years ago, or maybe it was around when I guess Trump became president. It had been like people on the left were like kind of the weird people and counterculture, and used to talk about a
Right.
lot of conspiracy theories in the 90s and pushed back against the government and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, when around the time when Trump became president, both sides kind of flipped. Now the right is
Right.
trying to be what the left used to be, and the left is like authoritarian, and it's like
Yeah, it's
people don't
weird.
even see it. It's weird.
I mean, I think a lot of people don't see it, but I know a lot of people that see it.
Yeah.
But I also program myself to avoid as many people as possible that don't see things. So, you know, I'm in my little echo chamber, I guess, you know, to a point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way to
just
be.
weird short memories.
Comedy went right, I would say. Well, a comedy split. Comedy's all over the place. There's super woke. There's what is it? There's like a Hassan Minaj got in some trouble. Never liked him. He was lying. They said he fabricated stories. He made up all these like I think basically it's like a hate story. He made that stuff up. I always thought it was fake. And,
Wait, who was that?
you know, but a lot. Hassan Minaj. That was I think last week or this week. He would basically tell people, including like comedians off the air, total lies that he also said on air that were fabricated, like things that were racist that happened to him, but they never happened to
Oh,
him.
okay.
Is that
Yeah.
is that the guy that was like on the Daily Show for a little while, and then
One of those, yeah, one of
he
those
had his
mainstream shows.
own show on Netflix or something?
Yeah. Well spoken, but
Yeah.
he's just super fake. So I always ignored him, and I found this out, and it's like, yeah, no, I never paid attention anyway. It would just seem very Disney, seemed very programmed. Why would I want to listen to a program on my free time? Like, what is that? That's not how Hassan Minaj sounds. You know, he sounds a little more Indian, but yeah, he's a robot to me. So sorry, Hassan. A lot of right wing comedians. I know like a right wing comedy tours. There's all these actually. I could name probably like 5 pockets that are right wing-ish right now.
Mhm.
So that's really interesting. And then of course SNL went totally woke.
Oh yeah, I can't watch them anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I mean
the
they're
last
by far.
Yes.
Yeah. At this point, definitely. The last couple seasons, I used to be an avid SNL watcher. I loved that show. And the last couple seasons, even I was like, wow, most of this stuff just is not funny. And they've lost all their good cast members.
You don't like propaganda? You don't like to
can be
watch
funny.
propaganda for funsies?
yeah, no, thanks.
SNP, Saturday Night Propaganda.
That's right.
I mean, it kind of is at this point.
When did you? All right. So where do you live? You live in Long Island now, right?
Yeah, I do.
My mother lives in Long Island.
Well, where's your mom? Where's your mom's at?
She's in Baldwin.
Okay, yeah, Baldwin's like kind of close to me. Like, you've always got to come on visit.
Yeah, I'm up there like for the holidays, usually in the summer for a little bit. Like that's usually when I go visit Long Island.
You should come in Christmas.
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we can sing Christmas songs together. Can
I'll
you
do
sing
that.
in Spanish?
In Spanish?
Like, or can you do like a Spanish accent?
No.
You could probably sing
have
in
a Spanish-
Japanese or Mandarin.
Yeah.
Well, I have the last Christmas in a Spanish accent. That happened
I can
for
pretend.
this Christmas.
I'm
Last
Italian, so-
Christmas, sold me your heart, and pero the very next day you gave it away. It's here. Yeah, the Spanish version.
So not in Spanish, just with the Spanish accent.
Correcto. See, some words like Spanglish. The Spanglish Christmas Carol with a Russian accent. For everybody, something for everybody except the Jews. We don't, Okay. Sorry, Jennifer. Jennifer's back there somewhere. Sorry, Jennifer, but you don't identify as Jew anyway, so it's okay. We can have you. Fantastic. is going to be working for Orthodox Jews very soon. So this is very good to say something so risque like this on this show where everyone's going to see, you know.
Oh yeah.
See?
Definitely. I asked you today, like, what you go by, because I'm an idiot, and here's how dumb I am.
No,
So
you're not.
your Instagram handle or whatever they call it is Jen is El Man, because El Man is your stage name.
Yes, sir.
I have you in my phone as Jen Eiselman because that's what I thought.
Jen is El Man,
Yeah.
which is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have
Yeah.
broken it down when I made that
Yes,
screen name.
your
We should
name
probably
is
put
not
words,
Jen
'cause-
Eiselman. Your
Yeah,
name
people
is
read everything
yeah.
together.
Feldman.
They
It's
think my
not.
name is Jen.
You're not related to Corey Feldman by any chance, are you?
Everyone, yeah, people ask that. I love to hear that. No, I wish, especially with his music career now. Oh man, dude, if he was my brother, I'd die happy.
I just met him on Friday night.
No way.
Yeah.
Can you list details, highlights, lowlights?
It was.
He went to a concert.
Yeah, I went to see him in Pennsylvania because that was the closest he came. And I have mixed reaction. I have mixed emotions about it. Like, he's delusional for sure.
What?
His music is horrible.
No.
He's my goals.
And he basically does like a Michael Jackson, a really bad Michael, because nobody could do a good Michael Jackson impersonation.
It's good.
Yeah, and so
Right.
basically, like he comes out. I don't want to talk shit about him because, like, I'm 45, and his movies like definitely like made my childhood. Like, I love. That's why I went to go see him. I didn't go to see him to like laugh at him. I love Corey Feldman movies. I love Corey Feldman. His music is horrible. Absolutely.
Do you feel better now that you said you love Corey Feldman?
Yeah, now I can really go into it. So
now you can. Yeah.
But yeah, he just does like all these Michael Jackson moves, and like, yeah, he comes out and he'll like come out for a song, and then he'll go backstage and come out in like a different costume, but the costume is just like a hat, like a really shitty hat. Or
Did
like
he have the glove? Tell me he had the shiny
shiny
glove.
He did not have. No, he didn't have a glove.
No love.
I'm
No
disappointed.
But,
Ah,
Yeah, I paid an extra $100 to meet him after the show.
so what did you say?
He signed my
Nipple?
I wish he signed
Yeah,
my phone
yeah.
case.
This one.
It's like
Oh, okay, that's cool.
this up here is him. This Corey Feldman signature. I don't know. He was either like extremely tired or extremely on heroin.
Oh, I hope tired.
I'm not sure which one, but
He was wearing his
Yeah.
sunglasses inside the whole time.
he was taking them off for some people. He didn't take them off for me, which is fine.
Interesting.
But I did talk to
Maybe
his
you intimidated him.
Yeah, probably. I talked to his keyboardist a little more. She was she said she would be on the show, by the way. So
His keyboard?
Do it.
his keyboardist, yeah.
Oh, please.
Effing
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
She took over for his wife, who he's going through a divorce with, a nasty divorce with.
What?
He
Oh,
announced on
what?
stage to let everybody know that.
My God,
Oh
I can't
my
believe it.
God.
Mhm.
He's
That's
getting
so sad.
divorced.
That's so hard. Have you guys ever done music or comedy or anything professional with like a strong girlfriend slash wife or husband?
No, not like as part of it. No,
Not personally, no.
you.
It's rough. Yeah. Yeah. A great easy boyfriend had a cartoon show he did voice for and he produced, and I did some voices and it was easy. It was just like a fun thing. But I tried to do a podcast with the last one who never made it to boyfriend status. He tried for a year and a half. It was the longest trying I've ever had. Usually, 4, you're in or out. I mean, you're basically all in because I know how to pick them. But yeah, no, that was hell. I think I lost like 6 months of my life just doing like 4 episodes of a podcast. But I learned a lot. And I learned that I don't really need anyone. I mean, not him, maybe, or maybe when you're saying I don't need anyone, that person lacks value. So that's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. It has a really long rant, but yeah, no, it was maddening, and never team up with someone who doesn't have lists. I'm looking at a color coded list right in front of me. So someone like me is color coded,
Yeah.
chronological list of just stupid songs I'm gonna make, and before I die, can't team up with someone with no list. Sorry if you guys don't have lists, but those people are just hell to work with.
Understood.
You got lists.
Yeah, we have
You're
lists,
like, yeah, I'm sitting on one.
Everybody's got lists.
Wait, so you have lists of songs you're gonna make?
Oh yeah, I got like little lines and little. I got a list of all these things I'm gonna do. Jokes. I got tons of jokes I won't do.
Nice.
Sketches. All these things before I die. But a lot of them. Well, one is. Let's see. Should I go dirty?
Yeah,
Well, all right. The dirty one would be, the songs like, and I can't smile without you, and I. So I
yeah.
changed it to, I would have to do a shout out to my husband, boyfriend, whatever, who's in the audience, and I'm like, I discovered this the other night, baby, so I made the song for you. I can't come without you, and I. So yeah, so I can't come without you.
Nice.
Real dirty. I thought it really. It's sweet. It's sweet, and it's
That is-
actually inspired by
it's
a real
romantic.
person. Isn't that sweet? That
It is a
you need
romantic
someone
song.
to come, right? It
Yeah.
wasn't true. I figured out, but I thought it was true for a little while.
I think it's romantic.
Yeah.
Like a country, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought it was easier for girls to come without dudes. That was my
Well, it
understanding.
depends on the dude, I guess.
I would say that's only like a one-time situation, maybe. Because when I was very young, when you're young, maybe you have like, some things that maybe aren't super serious, and you're not a total none. Yeah, this guy is terrible. It was just terrible and actually painful. He had like a beard and he was trying to be all generous, but it's like, you go like with a beard, it's like sandpaper. So yeah, with him, it would have been better if he just disintegrated for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking to two bearded men right now.
Well,
But that's probably soft. I wouldn't know.
It is
But
soft. I use
really
oil.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
if you
it's
like
real
have a
short.
5 o'clock shadow.
Mhm.
when it's
It's
real
probably-
short, it sucks.
Yours probably like actually sweeping. Yours would be like appealing to my OCD tendencies of like sweeping things up and mopping.
Totally. Yep.
It's like a mopping. So that's very
Yeah.
clean. It's good. It's cleaning. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
cleaning and coming at the same time. So it's like double. Yeah.
Yeah, mopping. Have you ever wanted to mop and have sex at the same time? I had sex with a guy who has a big long beard. Go
Is
mop.
it like
You
ringing out at
Clean
the end?
house. Yeah. I had to turn you upside down and just drag you on my kitchen floor, boy. Anyone ever said that to you?
No, that was the first.
Oh, yeah.
And it was pretty
Yeah,
hot,
it's
to be
8:26
honest.
p.m. and there you go. I got more than here. I got rape songs. Like I got rap songs. Well, I said a rape song.
Rape songs.
I actually don't have a rape song.
Okay.
I have a rape joke.
I was going to ask you to sing the rape song if you had it, but
No, I have a rape joke. I got rap songs. I got raps I can do.
tell the rape joke.
Okay, the rape joke, the rape joke. I haven't done this. I haven't done this since my last show, which I actually bombed. But it was such a crazy bomb. I was in full Santa that it was like kind of awesome. So
Wait,
it
full
wasn't. It was
Santa?
kind of like, yeah, I dressed up as full Santa and I did Christmas in July, and I just showed up like, hey, how you doing? Like almost like Andrew Dice Clay, like this guy Dan Romano in Long Island. It's basically Dan Romano, who's just you have to just witness him. He's my favorite person to impersonate ever. But okay, here's the rape joke. All right, I knew I was losing them, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm losing you guys. Let me win you back. You guys like rape? Let me win you back with a rape joke. Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
how you do-
I was watching, I'll do it as Santa. So I was watching this comedy show with my new boyfriend because, Santa, Mrs. Claus and I broke up. So, I got a few lovers. So I'm sitting in the audience watching a comedy show. And this woman's on stage, this older comedian. And she goes, forget about that. I can't see. I can't hear. I can't speak. What does that make me? So I said to the guy next to me, the perfect rape victim. I mean, not gonna rat on you, right? Can't see, can't hear, can't speak. Yeah.
Did you get laughs from that?
Not that day. I think the only time I didn't was that. I got howling once for that. That was a cool recording. Get him, this one. I heard someone at some point say, "Is she done yet?" on my left. Never happened before. Yeah, it was rough.
Do you remember your first time going up on stage?
Yes, it was awesome. It was much better than the last one. The last one was the worst one.
Really?
which you would think might be the best. Yeah, I didn't practice. I was nervous. I had a lot of stresses going on, and I just kind of like I think I took on too much. So I just kind of listened to my set a few times and went up there and totally bombed. I decided to impersonate the comedian before me who was Russian, and then I couldn't stop talking Russian, so I had to like hit my chest to get Santa to come back and the Russian to come out. So I basically ruined the first 2 minutes because I didn't even tell jokes. I just started talking. I mean, what? But yeah, the first was fantastic. It was really funny. I got a lot of laughs. I woke up with a Trump joke that morning, just in my head, given to me like God, and it was complex and it was cool. And I used it for like 2 years, and I don't know, man. It was just great my first time. Yeah, it was great. I got howling laughter. It was thanks to Dan Romano too. I dressed up as Dan Romano. So anything with Dan Romano in comedy for me, this man just it puts me at ease. I swear. You'll see him. If you guys have to look him up and you will see Dan Romano, I'm going to send this to him. You'll be like, this is the guy that puts what? You're going to be so surprised. You have to see this because you're going to be like, I can't believe that this is the guy that like she likes to do stand up with him and she's
Yeah.
the most at ease with him. So sorry. If you know
Awesome.
Dan Romano, it's just a weird little fact.
He's also on Long Island.
He just moved to the Bronx. He had a pizza shop. He was this character. He had a pizza shop. He did comedy shows. He would make videos. He'd go Facebook Live every single night for my pizza shop. Come down to the Jimmy's Pizza. Hey, we got a comedy show Friday night. We got Jenny Feldy. She's amazing. We got Bonnie Scalisi. She's the best. There's no one better than her. We got Kathy Odell. And he would sling comedy show tickets and have people coming in and giving away tickets and sell tickets at the pizza place and sell pizza and like talk to the people on the pizza while also selling tickets on Facebook Live and then forgetting where he is. And then going on a rant about how someone fucked them over and fuck this guy. I mean, it's you got to just witness it. It's probably better than seeing
That's
like
awesome.
Mount Everest. I mean, at least for me.
I'm sure
for
it
me,
is. Fuck Mount Everest.
for me,
Yeah.
Dan
I don't
Romano
care
or
about
Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Do you guys care about Mount Everest? Seriously?
Mount
Well,
Everest?
Yeah, there's a lot of hype. You know.
No, I'd rather be in the Bronx. I have family in the
Really?
Bronx too, so yeah.
Okay.
Although we may retouch on Mount Everest later in this episode.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of family from the Bronx, from Throgs Neck, where the Guidos come from. So
Okay.
yeah.
Is that where the Guidos come from? Throgs
Yeah.
Neck?
Oh yeah, that's
Really?
like Guido Central. Yeah.
I didn't
Ron
know
had
that.
an uncle
my
in the
people.
mob. Ron
Yeah.
had an uncle who was one of the runners for the it's a French Connection, right?
Yeah, French Connection. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and I have a cousin who was just arrested for some gambling racket. His mafia name was Tugboat.
Wait, he was just arrested recently?
Within the past few years. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. It's so interesting. I mean, there's so many different sects of the culture. Like Anthony Reggiano, I did stand up for him for one of his private shows. He's the Gambino crime family. His dad, I think his dad was Fat Andy. So I
Okay.
did a show as stand up, which I kind of bombed too. I'm going to blame the sound system on that one. That's my second or first bomb, really, and Rita Giganti. But it's very interesting. There's all these little subsections of like mafia, and then like people that want to be mafia and they make the movies and the shows, but they're not, and they
Yeah.
think they are. It's so funny.
That's funny. Yeah.
It's like dialects of Spanish. That's the way I see it. Your mafia dialects and the types and.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I went to they did a crazy party. There was definitely mafia out in Smithtown, Long Island during the pandemic in the very first year. And I might have gotten COVID, and it was an FTW fuck the world party. And this is when everything was shut down.
Mhm.
I was one of the only people still going out and doing stuff. Sorry. But yeah, they had ice sculptures, FTW, they had
Hell yeah.
gambling, and I thought I was gonna die. I actually prayed in the middle of the night, like the next day or 2 days later. I thought I was gonna die. And that lasted 2 weeks. But yeah, the mafia went hard during the pandemic. Ice sculptures and shit, pool parties. And I met someone who went to jail right after.
Oh really?
Yeah, you can read the rap sheet. I forgot the name, but I was talking to him. I was asking his questions. I was like, "So this is you?" I was at the bar, like, "This is you. You did this. You did this too, the racketeering." Yeah. He said, "Yeah."
It's
Then I looked at
Gambino?
No. Gambino, no. Anthony Reggiano was out of the game for a long time. He went to
Okay.
jail. All this stuff happened.
Gotcha.
You can read all about it. Read all about it. They, dumping bodies in the water and stuff. He talks about it on YouTube. I'm not
Yeah.
outing anyone. I'm not talking out of turn. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
out of turn, Anthony Reggiano. I'm not talking out of turn. No, this is another guy out in Smithtown who I actually forgot the name, and he doesn't do media stuff. Anthony Reggiano's turned things over. He's a reformed gangster. He has a podcast now. It's actually very good. I listened to the
Nice.
podcast 2 times instead of preparing my own set. But yeah, there's a lot of stories out here on Long Island.
Nice.
Yeah, they're out here giving me COVID.
Yeah. How many times have you had COVID?
I don't know, and who knows if it's really COVID because the test. I don't trust the test. I don't trust the kits. I don't trust anything. I don't trust. Is this real? Is my hand real? I don't know. 99% maybe. I don't know. Maybe 4. I want to say
Yeah.
3, 4. But I really thought I was going to die once. There was once my head, and I never heard anyone say their brain felt like ice cube. It felt like an ice cube, and I
really?
had to pray to get through the night. This is after the mafia party. It's like the mafia was trying to kill me.
Maybe they had an
yeah,
ice
I
pick
prayed.
in your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the ice. My head turned into an ice, and then my whole body started convulsing it wouldn't stop. And I prayed, and it stopped.
Yeah, it's probably mafia. Especially if you prayed and it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I called your uncle Pasta Fazool. Could you just take the ice off my head?
By the way, I make
Like,
the
what
best
you doing?
pasta fazool. So
That's like
Yeah.
the second or third show in a row that's come up now. So
Pasta Fazool?
yes.
is it really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it has.
That's super weird. Maybe you should show your show that.
I crushed some pasta fazool. Yeah. I use Dean Martin's recipe.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, his sister, Dina Martin. Is that his sister? No.
That's the trans version.
That's
Yeah, lady. Lady. Hey, lady. Throw a little Jerry Lewis in there for you.
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
That dude.
Yeah, I want to bring back more Jerry Lewis type of comedy, some fun stuff,
I heard he was a huge dick, though.
I did hear that, and he would got addicted to opiates, and he used to fall a lot. Like I used to do it when I did stand up more. I'd fall almost all the time, and it's like he ended up, you fall as a joke enough times, you might break your spine. That's And Dean Martin was a thing with Frank. So Dean Martin felt like he had the undercut, right? He always felt a little salty because he didn't get enough attention. If Sinatra got all the attention, I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, he was part
Yeah.
of the Rat Pack, and he had this thing where he had this alcohol thing where he was drunk all the time.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin, yeah, and I think it was his sister. It was maybe no, you know what? It's his daughter. His daughter is Dina Martin.
Okay.
So he had a son who died in a plane crash. He was like an Air Force pilot, and he died, or something like that. But his wife, his daughter Dina Martin, has a pasta fazool recipe, which is what I use, and it's fucking delicious. But
Okay.
yeah,
As long as she's happy. Because I was going to say, they say the energy you have goes into the food you cook. I'm not that crazy where I'm like, oh, you seem negative. I don't want you to cook for me. It's something I entertain. But supposedly the founder of macrobiotics could tell when he was cooked for if the person cooking was angry or worried or whatever. So I would say if Dean Martin, he'd be a little salty and jealous. You don't want that going into your food.
Right.
He'd be like, Sinatra gets all the attention. Have your fucking pasta fazool. Hopefully the daughter is, just copacetic.
yeah. Do you have a lot of Italian friends out on Long Island?
Do I think for being on Long Island, I probably have less Italian friends than the average Long Islander.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I also attract more of a multicultural type of people too. I don't know. My friends in DC were all half something. Like my boyfriend was half Nicaraguan, half, Swiss and German. So a lot of my friends are kind of like that. I just attract a lot of mixes. Like I'll look around and I'm like, oh, this friend's Ecuadorian, Irish, Italian and Spanish and Irish. Like all my friends, there's some mix and they all have a little Spanish in them. I'm saying to my dad, I'm like, am I racist where you have to be a mix? Otherwise I don't like you. Super weird. I don't know.
You know
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
Italian Christmas Eve tradition?
Oh yeah, 13 fishes, right?
7 fishes.
What?
13 would
Where
be
did I get
tough.
13 from?
I don't know, but that would be awesome. That might be my new thing. I'll try to get 13.
Sorry, I'm an overachiever. Okay, so 7 fishes. Yes, I went to the Caliendos for an Italian feast. I thought it was 13. Maybe they were, a little bougie, so they did
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, and they may have added
Yeah, that
some.
might have been, showing off
Yeah,
a
it's
little
nice.
bit. Yeah.
Everyone seemed happy, I mean, it seemed like a nice thing to do.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about acting because you're an actress or an actor.
Sure.
When did you get in? When did you first kind of like get into that? When did you kind of fall into it, or is this something you've always kind of wanted to do?
Basically, the first time I said something and someone's like, "Yeah, be yourself, but less," I just started acting. No, I'm just kidding. No. Acting, okay. Modeling, I always kind of fell into. I was always offered jobs here and there. I taught workout classes back in 2009, so I immediately, I went the first month or two, and I got the job with Washington Sports Clips. I was on Fox News doing demos, and then Avon, and then Scope It Out 5K and National Kidney Foundation. So that's kind of like acting warm up. It's like warming up the crowd for Kidney Foundation. You give a little speech, you do a little warm up. But honestly, Thomas Robinson, who I'm still friendly with, who I have a script in that room. That's this thick, 100 pages. He wrote based on me, my personality. I don't know how this whole thing's gonna get produced, but that's another thing. So he wrote a whole script on me on like this massive like one female Scarface in the Hamptons. Anyway, that's this year.
Nice.
Thomas Robinson back 2015 found me on Model Mayhem. I don't advise finding your actors on Model Mayhem. Don't do that. But he found me. I was willing to try. I gave it a shot. We shot a lot of stuff, and luckily he switched all cameras, and none of that's going to be released because what are you doing hiring someone who's not even in like too many short films to be in a feature film? So that's kind of how it fell into it. And then other people see, oh, you're in this. Okay. Oh, you're in this. Okay. And then it's just like it just builds. It reminds me of the Patsy, though. I don't know if you saw Jerry Lewis, the Patsy, where he just like fell into
Yeah.
being, yeah, it's like I kind of just fell into that. I fell into training. I fell into all of it. And then just one thing leads to another. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It just builds, people find things. I think with social media and also, back to integrity and the woke culture question you asked at the beginning, how do you navigate it? It's like, you do the right thing and you try very, very hard every day to contribute to this society and to every person like you guys who have given me an opportunity right now to speak. I'm speaking and, I'm using up your lifetime. I give back. And I think people recognize that over time. So 7 years after I meet someone might come, oh yeah, my friend's making a movie. Boom, boom, boom. And, just do the right thing. You like really do the right thing, not just like, eh. And I
Right.
feel like that also builds as part of acting because people want to work with people they can trust,
Totally.
who are going to help them. Like I'm doing a panel for Comic-Con next week and I work with Trauma. So I invited Trauma. Hey, why don't you do the panel with me? We can get the panel for you. So that's what I did with, my other co-hosts. So it
Nice.
just, you just keep on doing the right thing and someone puts you in a movie. Okay, hey, we're doing a panel, be part of a panel. And then boom, boom, boom.
You got to do both. You got to give and take.
That's true.
There's a lot of people in this world who absolutely refuse to do one or the other. Like a lot of the people that give too much sometimes don't take, and like you need to take a little bit because you need to allow other people to give too.
Yeah, that's sad when you find people like that. I'll notice that, and it's like I wiped off my car seat once for a girl, and she's like, "You don't have to do that," and I was like, "Wow, people don't even wipe off like their shit on a car seat when this girl gets in the car. How sad!" And she died 5 days later. But something
No
told
shit.
me, no, something told me to go like to spend some time with this girl. But I thought I had more time. I didn't know she was gonna die, but
Yeah.
that's just a weird thing that happened.
Crazy.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
when your soul tells you to talk to someone or do the right thing, you never know why it is. Maybe there's a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always said it. It's like lots of people love to give, they say they want to give, but in order to give, somebody's got to take.
Mhm.
Somebody's got to.
So you have
Did you-
family members, I guess, like that. I'm guessing that won't take anything,
And friends.
and friends. Yeah.
Yeah. They just want to give so much that it becomes like this virtue signaling thing where it's,
Oh.
oh, I give, I don't know. They make it about themselves, I guess.
Oh, well, that's like selfish giving.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Well, I
I
think
was
a lot
like,
of
these
people
people are
selfish.
like, yeah, even when I give, and I'll even say it out loud. I think I said this to one of my clients who became my friends. I was like, she's like, thank you so much. Like, people in the acting world, aren't usually this helpful. Da da da. I mean, I helped her with her hair, skin. I'm a professional at these things, so I can professionally make over your skin, your hair. But I helped with a few things, maybe even getting her roles, and it's just like, wow, no one's, the fact that it's weird that I'm like being helpful to you, that it shouldn't be weird. Shouldn't be
Yeah.
like this weird.
Yeah.
You know?
That's kind of funny that you just even mentioned it that way. I filmed a movie back in June, and it was kind of the same exact situation. Like I was helping do stuff that I guess a whole bunch of actors don't normally do.
Oh, a crew, like carrying lights to and from the
just like
car.
just generally
Oh
being
yeah,
helpful, like nothing more than
I'll
that.
do that if I can.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I
And-
can, yeah,
And then there
offer.
was a lot of weirdness around that, and I was just like, why are people being weird about this? Like, and
Oh,
the answer I got was like, well, actors just don't generally do this kind of stuff. And I was like,
no.
so do you guys think I'm making you look bad? Because if I am, that's good. You should probably do something.
What were you hired to be? What was your exact role?
I was an actor. I
An actor.
one of the
Yeah,
leads,
so
if you will.
okay, so yeah, an actor that's like carrying stuff. Sure, other people can think that you're trying to look your best because they're sensitive to that, or they could, draw on their insecurity that they're not doing enough.
But that's I mean, that's just who I am. Like,
Do
if
it, keep doing it.
yeah, if I'm not like, in role or whatever, I'm like in somebody's ear being like, hey, do you need like anybody to grab anything from like a trailer? Do you need grab anything from like here? Or can I fucking clean some shit up? You just spilled a bunch of blood on the floor. Can I help clean it up?
That's the way to be.
Yeah, but
That's the way to run any successful corporation.
I agree. It was very weird having, people just kind of be like, wow, this is a really great experience on a set. Love working with people like that, and kind of implying that doesn't really happen that often. I don't know. So it was weird. It was very weird.
Yeah. Wow, I just had a total brain. Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, these people that think it's really weird. I mean, I'm gonna have to guess that they're not part of any corporations, or maybe they lack business sense, because even if you look at the Best Buy, specifically Best Buy, their teamwork, their angle on training their employees is, if you see anything that needs to be done, it's like it's in the training manuals. I mean, I've seen the manuals before. I'm 40, I've worked on other jobs. It's help out. If someone's like, hey, can you help out, with this audio, and you're in TV? Oh, no, that's not my job. It's like, no, you help. And that's how you run a successful business that's been around for years and will continue to be. And
Yeah.
making a movie should be looked at just like a business. And it's not. It's not a lot of times.
Yeah, I've seen some other things. Being somewhere
Like
being somewhere with a really famous actress who was supposed to be like studying for a role, and it was
doing
too
coke
hot.
and stuff.
It was too hot, so she spent the entire week in her trailer not doing what she was there to be doing. And I'm sure somebody was spending a lot of money on this.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I got my nightmare experiences. That's on my list too. A list of nightmare experiences and fake ones, as Haley Weinstein, which is the documentary hopefully I will make one day. Haley Weinstein, like the producer from Hell. She might be like, ejaculating into plants and locking the doors behind, and men might be afraid of her. So yeah, those nightmare stories, at least for me, I write them on a list. Just write them all down.
You do have lists, man. You do.
I
Lots
have
of-
a list of like crazy things that happened to me at jobs. I would start taking notes at one of my jobs. One of my salon jobs was so crazy, and I would just literally stand in the middle of the salon, just like, okay, she threw towels on me. Boom, 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 put on the list because then you can turn into a funny sketch one day or something interesting. Silver lining, like if something's bad to me, at least this is what I decide. It's bad, but if it's so bad, then it's good. So
Yeah.
then I can.
Yeah. Like most trauma movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess people would say that. I wonder if do people say that? Like it's so bad, it's good. Probably, right?
I mean, early on, that would have to be.
Probably like Poultrygeist.
Like Corey Feldman in concert.
Like Corey Feldman. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, Trauma is Corey Feldman in concert? It's like the movie equivalent?
I mean, trauma might be better than that, but
Maybe, yeah.
it's
I
still
don't know
good. It's still so bad.
I don't know, dude. I saw his nipples. It was pretty hot. He has tiny, tiny nipples, like real tiny.
He does?
Yeah. Like probably the size of like a chocolate chip.
Interesting. Maybe that's why he's so loud. You know what they
Maybe.
say, like the Native American proverb, it's like small nipple, big voice.
Yes, the well-known Native American proverb.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, that's the only way I can explain Corey's persona. Or maybe, being taken advantage of in Hollywood. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true? Do you think he was taken advantage of in Hollywood? I do.
100.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's how he ended up how he is.
Especially Corey Haim too. Like they were,
That they definitely were traumatized as kids in Hollywood. I think that's a sad.
Yeah, I don't have a joke for that.
It needs to be one.
Yeah.
I can't relate to that.
Yeah,
I can't relate to it. No.
Yeah, I think, all the years of Corey Feldman saying that he knows things that are going on. The name that he won't say is clearly Steven Spielberg. Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly.
But I think that's why he's scared to say a name.
Steven Spielberg's another one of those Samnage people where I'm like, I don't trust the guy. I don't know. It's like it's too Cosby. It's like too clean. It's too for everyone.
Yeah.
I know it's not a popular belief, but I don't really care about Spielberg.
Hey, all I'm saying, I mean, you brought him up. All I'm saying is if Cosby could do it, anyone is a suspect. Anyone. If what happened with Bill Cosby happened with Bill Cosby, and it did,
right?
There's not a soul on this planet who ain't got some skeletons in their closet, or maybe something beyond that.
The one person in Hollywood that would really be disappointing to me and like traumatic would be if Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I got news for you, buddy.
Don't tell.
Yeah, what do you think? There's a lot of rumors, right?
I got news for you, buddy. His name was on those Epstein plane flights.
It was, right?
Like a bunch of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you just like group travel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary to fly alone.
He was trying to help the girls every time he went.
Man.
And do you know what the girls sang? Do you know what the song was when Tom Hanks tried to touch all the girls?
No.
It's a little Rocky Horror. The girl said, "Don't touch me. You drive me crazy. Don't touch me, Tom. Not like that." That's the Rocky Horror song I have to come out with one day. It's "Don't touch me."
I'm actually going to see Rocky Horror in the movie theater on October 28th. So
okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun because you haven't seen it 400 times already, right?
Yeah. Not in I never saw it in a theater though. So
you didn't? Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay, I've done it a few times. So like my dad says to me last week, I'm like, oh great, I could see it another time because who hasn't seen that? Like
I probably won't
if you
dress up
haven't
though. But
dress up, throw rice.
Yeah.
They do like the rice at the screen and they all stand up and wear pants so you can thrust your pelvis.
Have to wear
and all
pants.
That. You can advise it.
Yeah.
Pantless thrusting in a group setting is probably not advised.
Yeah. I can see
Unless
that.
it's like a swingers party. That could be fun.
I'm not
Could be
hearing a
fun.
no, Ron.
A swingers Rocky Horror
I
party.
keep things open.
Yeah.
I never say no. No is for losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you hook up with TJ?
I don't go with TJ. I took an acting class. TJ got a list of names from the acting teacher. He messaged me, I want to say, or texted me. I read the script. I was like, yeah, this is creative. I like it. It's cool. It's cute. It's fun. It was like a Halloween COVID thing. They're like a mummy dressed up in toilet paper, and the neighborhood's trying to take all toilet paper off, and then you toilet paper. That's the first sketch we did together. My husband was
Yep.
a mummy, 5,000-year-old. Very fun. So and then it just went from there. He's kept on doing things. I'm really proud of him. I got to, I've said this to him before, he knows this, but just shout out the house call he did, his house call short. I did a little bit of the special effects makeup. He picked great actors. I think it's the best. I actually would watch it 2, 3, 4 times, just like I would watch Clueless or Heathers. I thought it was so fun. And not that I didn't like Renters that I'm in, I liked it. But House Call, it was really cool to me. So that's cool to see his growth in like 2 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think the first thing I saw you in was that mummy short. Yeah.
Got it. That was fun. It was easy to shoot. It was just an easy day. It was super nice. Everything with TJ, honestly, has been super pleasant. And he's just good vibes. I'm used to growing up with a lot of pretentious people, or like people who are predators in every sense of the word, who have gone to jail. And I worked with these people. And so I worked with some real maniacs. And I like maniacs. I have to say, I might prefer maniacs and the good kind of maniacs as well that get business done. But I would say TJ, I wouldn't classify him as a maniac. I would say he's very driven and focused and quirky, but he's not predatorial, and he's not just totally out of his mind. He's like, and he's a guy that I feel like has 2 kids, and those kids are lucky. That's my thoughts on TJ. He seems like a good, nice dad. He's great to work with.
Cool.
Yeah, it's crazy too. Again, that this happened separately from him, because he reached out to me on, I think it was originally on Twitter.
Yeah, same here.
He was trying to use one of my band's songs in Renters, actually, when he was making it, and then like we texted for like a week or whatever, and then after that we were just friends. And then he's been on the podcast 3 times. We talk, we text back and forth here and there and talk about other shit. So he's a solid dude.
And he sent me your podcast back when he was getting the music for Renters, because he was like, oh, I like these guys, and I listened to the whole thing. But how did you find me, though? Did we clear that up? How was I found?
Ron?
So
TJ.
I don't know. I don't know how I originally started following you on Instagram. But I remember talking to TJ and seeing Renters, and then seeing Renters stuff on your social media, and kind of putting it together like she's in Renters, which I watched for the first time this morning, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was just following you on social media for some reason.
Got it. I always like to draw the connections and see where things come from. It's so interesting what leads to what.
A lot of it nowadays comes from social media because it's easy. But
yeah, although I will tell you, like, one weird connection, which I always think it's so funny. I was getting to health counseling. I was listening to this podcast, and one of the podcasts I listened to mentioned fresh greens. So I ordered the fresh greens, and then somehow I became friendly with the founder, Howard Hoffman, who founded Fresh Greens, which became Fresh Products, which I want to say is probably now a multi-million-dollar company, but they had little green baggies they started off on. And the guy wrote me a handwritten note. And then I remember he said something, telling me something about health on my Facebook in 2010. And I kind of said something back like, yeah, like I'm a trainer. Like I know that, like, it's kind of, and he's like, oh, I own Fresh Greens. And then I moved to New York a few years later and we became friendly. But if I never listened to podcasts in the shower that told me about how great Fresh Greens is, never would order it, never become friends with them. Blah, 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 blah. And so much has happened since then. So sometimes you gotta just listen to a podcast in the shower, whether it be about guar or fresh greens, and you never know where it's going to lead to.
That's true.
Right. It's very true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's all about those handwritten notes too, and becoming Facebook friends.
And lists, of
Yeah.
course, lists.
And lists.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list right now.
Yeah. I requested you as a Facebook friend a couple hours ago, actually. So
Oh, I've actually got it. I actually saw it, and I usually don't
denied-
check the requests, or I ignore. No, I actually got it and accepted. I just stopped
Okay.
checking because there's like almost 900, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
these look like
Yeah.
900 sketchy people. I don't think so. I just always wanted. I always imagine what happened if I just go accept.
Yeah.
So like, but then
Well-
I won't have any friend requests back. But I really want to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of bots.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when my band first started getting popular. That's exactly what I did because I didn't realize what that was going to entail, and what it ended up being was me having to go back through my friends list and trying to go through every single person, trying to figure out what were fake accounts and what
Oh God.
were fake
So you
accounts.
just said yeah to anything?
Yeah. So I was like, they're just fans. Click accept,
Yeah.
accept. Yeah.
Oh
Learned that
God.
one the hard way.
These 20 dudes in Indonesia really like my band.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. There's a lot of girls with this OnlyFans thing that seem to like your profile. OnlyFans. Yeah. A lot of them across on their OnlyFans. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow. All right. A question. Do you think we're gonna be have any vax mandates? No, right?
Going forward, like more?
Yeah, going forward.
You
Yeah.
can't. There's no way.
They're trying to now. They came up with a new one last week, I
know.
think.
I could see them
know.
trying to, but I think that no, the easiest part of the last 3 years for me was getting COVID. That was
Mhm.
it was like a cold for 3 days. I had to get the shot for work. So I got the shot, and I got one booster back in 2021, and I almost drove myself to the emergency room. I thought I was dying.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Well-
then I got COVID like a year later, and it was like fucking nothing. I was like, fuck this, dude. Like, fuck,
So you got
fuck
2
all
shots.
this shit. Yeah. So I got the two.
Yeah.
So I got like the original, which was a 2-shot, 2 weeks apart, and then I got a
Okay.
booster. So it was like 3 total, but all in 2021. And I was like, yeah, I'm not fuck this
Like-
shit. Like,
I saw some stuff the other day. So for anybody who does get a vaccine, who has some adverse effects or feels bad after
yeah.
it, or even gets scared afterwards because they read something, they are having some extremely successful trials currently with nicotine patches. Just basically any old nicotine patch like Nicorette or something. One a day for like 5 days straight. It seems that nicotine patches are dissolving the spike proteins within you that
That's weird.
being injected with mRNA that they told everybody would go away within hours at first. That seemed to be lasting even sometimes for just lasting period. That seems to be what the problem is. That's for myocarditis, anything that's going on with them that people are having problems with. It does seem that there is some success with nicotine patches.
interesting.
Totally new to me. I thought it was just going to be, just kind of like it's like having an energy drink, but I guess not, because if it's dissolving protein, what? Okay.
Well, it's
I mean, I
whatever
don't know
that technology is. It's weird. It's something new that was never.
I hope so. Yeah, I
really
hope so.
properly tried on people. We'll probably.
Otherwise, it's just smart
COVID
marketing for nicotine.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, when they start nicotine, they feel crappy. They will feel like a
Yeah.
boost. So I could see it just being like, yeah, sure, let's just start doing cocaine. You'll feel better.
Yeah.
You'll feel up.
Well,
Yeah, do coke and smoke cigarettes, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm more of the wacky tobacco.
yeah.
I was supposed to take an edible before we talked the show, but I didn't take the edible. So oh well. Damn. I was supposed to take it. It would have been in 25 minutes ago. But that might have been a good thing for you guys. So
Nah, you'd have been fine.
not always. Not always. I've done it a bunch of times, trust me. It's not always good. I mean, I can tell you like a Hitler song. I mean, I got a Born to Be Wild song.
I love Hitler stuff.
Yeah, because I was thinking, if I did take edibles, maybe I start talking about Hitler. I don't know if that's a no-no for the show or not.
Now Hitler's my favorite offensive character of
All time.
of all time. Yeah,
Because he's not that bad. Stalin's really the bad guy. Stalin
Yeah.
killed more people.
it's true. And so
Hitler
did,
just gets all the credit. He gets
Yeah.
all the glory.
There was a lot of
And
other
Mao.
dictators that,
yeah,
killed a lot more people
Stalin and Mao. Yeah,
than the Nazis
I was
did.
about to say, Hitler, take the guns, I'll take the guns, I'll take the guns.
But-
Jesus, happen again.
What? What was God? There's a stand-up comedian who does like a character of Hitler and he sings songs. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mhm.
It's hilarious.
No, what?
Yes,
No, that's
it is
really funny. Never heard of it.
absolutely hilarious. I gotta find this now.
Hitler singing songs. Okay, no. Well, maybe you should do the Born to Be High. That sounds fine. Oh, that got me banned from Facebook. I think that's what got me banned from
Oh,
Facebook
really?
for 3 months.
That-
Yeah, I just typed out Born to Be Wild.
that sounds like something that would get you banned from Facebook.
You know? Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I want to invite you guys to my Men's Success Network. There's Rez Vidal. There's a few public speakers that will be there. It's only for men. I'm actually the leader and the founder of the Men's Success Network. You'll be seeing content from there to make your life better. So feel free to join. Only for men. Only for men.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a big rollout coming on that one. So it's the Men
Oh, yeah.
Success Network by L Man. Only for men, no women allowed. Yeah, I actually won't be there, but there's this man, this L Man character
Sweet.
that will be there. Yeah, as the man, instructing men how to be the man.
All right, I'm going to ask you these 3 questions that we ask everybody on the show.
Sure.
The first question is, if you were on death row, what would your final meal be?
This is really tough.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I edit, so take your time. You could no rush.
okay, good. I was like, dude, this is not I have to rush this shit, and then I'm gonna get the wrong final meal, and then I'm gonna go, excuse me, no, can I send back my order? Oh, no, I'm already dead. I gotta really think about this.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna have to rush this because we'll be here all day. Food is very important to me. It's like, some people are into Coke and alcohol. I don't have that. I like pot and food. I would have to take a macaroni and cheese with extra cheese, also fettuccine Alfredo. There's a cheeseburger in there. There's definitely a chocolate cake with layers. There's an ice cream sundae. There's a brownie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there'd be a little pizza, but lots and lots and lots and lots of cheese, like basically just blocks of melted cheese. And yeah, ice cream cones with lots of sprinkles. Just like mukbang central in front of me. Maybe I'll even die while eating. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's the way to go.
That'd be-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over my hair. I'd probably like put it in my face and just like really get into it because it's my last meal. So
Yeah.
just every orifice I could fit the chocolate
Just
cake
cram it
in,
in.
even in my ear, just like cram it in the ear canal, just like, yo, we gotta like put some armpits, like let's get this in,
Hell
get it
yeah.
in. I really get it in. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
All right. The second question. They actually do this now. So if you decide to be cremated when you pass away, they could take your ashes and form it into a vinyl record of your choice. So if you were going to
Ooh.
have your ashes eternalized in an album of your choice, which one would you pick?
Ooh. Could I give a mashup between Pet Shop Boys and Ice Cube? Like some West Side Connection mixed with you've
And
got the looks, I've got the brains, let's make lots of money.
It has to
Yeah,
be an
you
album
do.
that exists. So you can't be like a
Oh,
compilation. But I do like that
I
idea.
can't. I can't choose Pet Shop Boys and Ice Cube. I can't choose. I can't leave one of those out.
Yeah, it's got to be one or the other.
I can't. I'm sorry. It's like choosing my favorite child. I can't do it. I can't do it
Everybody, you
because I
can
don't have
choose your favorite
children.
child.
But yeah, I can't. I'm Anthony.
That's easier than
I mean, I guess technically you could put half your ashes in one and half your ashes in the other.
yeah. Okay, well, I'll
That's
allow
okay.
it for
the
this.
answer.
Yeah.
All right, so some Pet Shop Boys and some Ice Cube. Yeah,
Okay.
I need that. Love Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube's rad.
I love his whole vibe. I love the way he talks. I love what he stands for. I always have, and he has
Yeah.
not let me down during this pandemic.
Very true. Yep. So we usually ask this question like, who's on your Mount Rushmore of punk rock? But since it's October and you're an actor, what is your Mount Rushmore of horror movies? I know I saw an interview with you and you said you don't like watching horror movies, but you like making them.
I love making them. I love the experience. I love being on sets and making horror movies. It's so funny. It's always very, very funny. Honestly, I don't think I have a Mount Rushmore for horror movies. Maybe Scream 1. I want to say Scream 1 is probably the Drew Barrymore, Clardy Cox classic. David
It is.
Arquette.
Total classic.
Yeah.
He's so cute, David Arquette. He's just
Yeah.
It's cute. He's a cute guy.
And what's her name's in that movie? One of my crushes.
Rose
McGowan.
Yes,
McGowan?
Rose McGowan. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's interesting. Nev Campbell. It's just like an all-star cast. Matthew Lillard was great. Skeet Ulrich. Oh my God. Hello. Like, are you out there? Contact me, Skeet Ulrich. Contact me.
He's a big listener of our
I'm
podcast.
single now. I'm single. I'm never single. Sorry, I'm just doing my own Ouija board like seance in the middle of the podcast with Skeet Ulrich. Continue. Okay, sorry. Skeet, baby, call me.
So just Scream. You're not going any other movies.
I think we're going to Scream, but I have to say, not just because I'm in it, and I've said this to so many people, so I'm not being narcissistic. Dino in Amityville Turkey Day is so funny. Dino Castelli. I laughed off set that I might have messed up the audio on 2 different takes while he was improvising, and I don't know. I just thought it was really, really funny. Amityville Turkey Day, we have a prosthetic turkey puppet chasing around idiots and killing them in weird ways, picking their heads or trying to impregnate me. It's just nuts and it's crazy. And the guy who did the turkey puppet, his voice sounds like Dave Chappelle to me. I hope they keep that voice, but I think they're going to change it with someone more famous. But yeah, Amityville Turkey Day, I don't know. I'm really excited for it. I've seen so many scenes that I'm not in. It's really not the scenes I'm in that are interesting. I'm like the straight man in it, actually. But Dino Castelli is so funny improving. I recommended anytime I bring him up, he's just great. He's so funny.
Where can people see that?
It's going to come out on Turkey Day, Amityville
Nice.
Turkey Day. And usually this company is called Cinema. Movies are on Tubi, Amazon. It's usually that. That's usually what they follow. If they did it theatrically, that would be pretty cool. But I don't know.
They'll hit Amazon. You can buy them or rent them for. Well, maybe you can't. I don't know, for whatever, an inflated price for a little while, and they go down. And yeah, Tubi. I think Tubi is like definitely the next biggest.
Yeah.
Where some of the like little independent movies and stuff like that get on.
Yeah, so it should be on both of those, but I would like bigger. And I know Bring on the Damned. I'm going to do Bring on the Damned by Brandon Basom. I saw some clips. I saw some trailers. Also because he's part of the trauma panel for New York Comic Con coming up. His Bring on the Damned anthology part 1 looks really awesome. And yeah, I worked on it, but I know things that I work on. I mean, I don't really watch movie trailers online. Like, I'm not one of these people that's like constantly, what's the new movie? It's either like you put it in my face, you sent me an email, I'm working with you, or I just like stumble upon it. So I'm not really a movie buff, I wouldn't say. I just find things and then I like them or I don't, you know? Or TJ sends me things like you. He sent me you guys, and I listened to you in my basement while working out one time on a nice winter day.
What about slashers? Like, are you like, if you had to pick like a slasher franchise, Michael, like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Freddy?
I'm gonna really scream out. I'm gonna say Freddy. Freddy, I liked as a kid. I liked it, but it's like it's so scary when you're a kid watching on the old TVs and hiding under the covers, and then Freddy can keep you up at night, he can kill you. this. You're in the bed. Is it gonna come through the bed? Yeah. What about you guys?
For me, I'm more of a Halloween. Like Michael Myers, I think is the quintessential slasher for me.
Okay.
But Freddy Krueger, I remember it's funny because I remember when it first came out, I was living in Philadelphia and I remember watching it with a friend of mine and being terrified. But then watching it as an adult and being like, this is the cheesiest shit. Like I can't believe this was fucking, it was like almost a comedy. Like
Right. Not as a kid, it wasn't. Oh my God.
no, it was
Late at
terrifying
night.
as a kid. Yeah.
So scary. So
Totally.
scary. I used to take a shower and I picture either the leprechaun or Freddy getting me for years, up until recently. Up until
Yeah.
like maybe last year. Seriously. I don't picture Freddy anymore. And the leprechaun only flew through my head maybe once or twice in the
Yeah.
last couple of years.
That was Jennifer Aniston's first movie.
Oh, that's right.
Leprechaun.
That's how you know a character's so impactful too. It's when people who haven't even seen it. I never saw it. I never saw Leprechaun, but I'm afraid of these things. What? Wow. From that marketing, right?
I'm a Chucky guy. I
There
have
you
him
go.
tattooed on my arm.
Yeah. That's Chucky's scary as shit too. Yeah.
If you're gonna go
Yeah,
slash.
Yeah.
he's super scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that movie. The first Chucky movie was the first movie that like scared the shit out of me. When I was a kid, I used to sneak and watch horror movies because my mom wouldn't want want me. I was like 6 or something. I snuck downstairs at like 2 a.m. on a Saturday and watched Chucky on HBO, and it scared the ever living shit out of me.
Yep.
So I've loved
Well,
it.
you had to sneak. You had to sneak to watch scary movies. Your mom didn't sit you down. She was like, "Listen, boy, just sit down. It's 8 o'clock. We're gonna nourish your soul and we're having some nice movies for you. Sit down here, watch Halloween Part 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It
We're
was
not
certain
sleeping."
ones. It was only certain ones.
I wonder if their parents that do that to their kids, they sit them down with horror movies and tell them to watch it.
Not on purpose, but my girlfriend's 2 of her kids really like watching scary movies.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
little kids.
We don't make it. Well, her 11-year-old loves horror movies, but she's been watching them for probably since she was like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I watched them since I was like 3.
Yeah, she
And then I
loved
got scared and I had to stop.
Yeah.
it.
Well, let people know where they could find you, Jen, and thank you so much for doing this.
I don't even know where I found myself. No, okay. Okay. If you don't want to hear any of my rants or any personality stuff too much, you can just follow my makeup special effects page, which is at Life with Genergy, I think. The nutrition page, which is only nutrition, only fitness, not going to fill it up with other stuff, is at What Are You Gonna GNA Do Instagram, and also Instagram at Jen is L Man and L Man on Facebook. You just Google L Man IMDb. And yeah, there's a lot going on there. But if you find me on one, maybe you'll find me on another. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you won't find me at all. Oh well. My website was hacked. And guess what? I don't really think I believe in websites anymore, but that's another topic for another day. I do think websites are a scam. And I'm not going to be reinstating my website after my page on how to avoid antibiotics was hacked again, and hundreds of dollars has been wasted. So I do not have a website right now as my nutrition pages are hacked. And maybe that is done in an orchestrated manner to crush my natural cures, which I will come back with and I will share in a much bigger way in a few years.
Nice. We'll have you on again for sure because we have more
Thank
to
you,
talk
guys.
about. Yeah.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I now
Thanks so
love
much.
hearing that you had something that was called How to Avoid Antibiotics.
Yes. See, we have
There's a
we-
whole
more things to
pages.
talk
You
about.
ever get sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever get sick, just send me whatever it is. I have all these ways to naturally that I don't make money on, just treat things that you can avoid absolutely killer antibiotics like Cipro that have ruined 3 people I know this year.
Yeah.
So, by the way, don't take Cipro. It can unattach skeletal parts of your body to the muscles. The muscles can actually just rip and never repair. I know 3
Yep.
people has happened to this year. So, anyway,
Wow.
anyway.
I'm a massive proponent of not taking any sort of pharmaceutical whatsoever unless it's absolutely 100% necessary.
Yeah. Thank God. Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
See, we got to do a part 2 with Jen.
Yeah.
So,
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
all right,
I
Jen,
enjoyed
take
it.
care.
Yeah. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, sweetheart. Now it's
Good
time
night.
to go.
Later. Thanks for hanging out for another week. Be sure to check out punkboxrocks.com and merchslut.com. Check us out on all social media outlets at Our Brains Hurt and at ourbrainshurt.com. We will talk to you next week. Stay safe. Adios.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.